Yeah, I'm Joseph. This is
Laviana.
Laviana. Thanks for
Okay,
joining
so
us. Thanks for joining me on the call. So I just want to introduce you and mention how we met. So you posted, I had posted in the NEC Facebook group that I was looking for people who would be willing to tell their stories about themselves or about their children. And you graciously accepted. You reached out and said that you'd be happy to tell your story. So here we are. So I work for a company that helps connect people going through certain cases like NEC with resources, help them find all the resources that they can. And in the meanwhile, we're trying to build a community around NEC, people involved in cases and things like that, and we want to hear people's stories. So that's how we connected. And so I'd love to give you the floor so you can tell us a bit about the story. You can start from wherever you want. You can take us from like pregnancy throughout labor and up till right now. So go for it.
hello guys. Thanks for joining. I'm Laviana. So we're gonna start from when I was pregnant with her. So sorry guys. So around 20 weeks, I found out what she was, and I was gonna have a gender reveal. But when I found out what she was the same day, they said I was dilated 2 centimeters, and I was 4.5 months pregnant with her. So I was begging the doctors and nurses, can you give me a cerclage so she can stay in? A cerclage is stitches in your vagina where it gets stitched up so your baby don't come out. So they were scared. They was like, I don't know about it because her head is already about to come out and things like that. I'm like, whoa. They said they seen her membranes and all that because they was checking me. So I'm like, wow. So I went to a different hospital. I took my IV out and everything myself. I left because like I'm gonna save my baby. I lost my first child because of this. So I went to a different hospital and I told the doctor, like, I'm like, I know my problem. I know what the problem is. Can you just give me my surgery? I know it's a risk. Like, y'all can pop her placenta and all that, but I have faith. So they gave me the surgery. I got stitched up. 2 weeks after that, I caught an infection. So I got an emergency C-section with her at 22 weeks. So she was born 22 weeks. Um, During her NICU stay, the first 2 days of her life, they was like, we don't know, if she gonna make it. She had 4th grade hemorrhage on each side of her brain. She had a big PDA. Her heart wouldn't close. Um, then 2 weeks after, like the hospital ripped her skin off her face, she caught NIC. They mixed my breast milk with fortified milk, saying that my daughter needs extra calories. They didn't have my consent or anything. Similac fortified milk. That's what they mixed it with. And I didn't never understand that because I was pumping, you know, and me pumping them first 2 days, it got her through a whole week. It got her through a whole, month until they fortified her milk with, you know, my breast milk. So after that, she got real sick. Her stomach was getting real huge. Like I noticed it. They didn't notice anything. So I'm like, what's going on with my baby? Like, can y'all run some tests? Like, she doesn't look normal. She got real swollen, and they was like, basically, all we can do is like, give her antibiotics. There's nothing else we can do for her because we don't do surgery here. So I called a children's hospital of Philadelphia, and they transported her 2 weeks after that. And she couldn't get surgery because she was 1 pound and 4 ounces. It was a risk that she was just gonna pass away if she got her surgery. So I had to wait, until she gained weight, kept faith, kept praying, because they told me I had the sickest baby in the NICU. Now she is 9 months, going on 10 months. Her only diagnosis is chronic lung disease, but she got laser eye surgery. She got heart surgery. She got 2 surgeries on her stomach due to NEC, and that's her story.
Wow.
She's still fighting.
Yeah, wow. So you said she's 9 months now.
Yes.
What's her name?
Well,
Villan. So does she still have the diagnosis of neck right now?
no.
I didn't know that, so it could be considered like as if it's gone at this point
Yeah,
because of the
she had it one
surgeries.
time. Yeah, she had it one time. Oh, I forgot some parts. I'm sorry. She had gotten 40 centimeters of her bowel removed.
Wow.
And she was stooling for a little bit, and then her belly started getting big again. So then they removed her appendix, and like she still, have gassy issues and things like that. So what I do is do exercises with her legs, or if that doesn't work and she too gassy and fussy, I give her, 5 mLs of prune juice to move her stool through. So it is going to be a long way, a long journey. You know, it's
Sure.
not over yet because it can come back.
Yeah. How has she been developmentally regarding like her milestones and things like that?
She's she's so smart, alert. She's on point, like, and she's very happy. Like you wouldn't even tell she was born at 22 weeks.
That's wonderful. And you had mentioned that the hospital gave her problematic formulas, the ones that are part of like the lawsuits now.
Yeah, that fortified Similac. They mixed it with my breast milk.
So did you see if you were you interested in joining the cases against those the companies?
Yes, I'm interested, but like I couldn't do anything at the time because they said she was like still in that hospital, and they
Okay.
didn't, yeah.
All right. So thank you for telling the story. Is there anything else you want to mention, like to anyone else who's listening to this, who's watching this, who may have a child diagnosed with NEC, or someone who went through it themselves? Anything you want to say to them?
I just want to say, like, I know no one talk about this, a lot. Like it's not common. It comes out of nowhere. It can be a first time thing with you or your kids. You can have like more than one kid, and then you have like your last kid or something, and it happens. Like I just want to say, continue praying. Don't lose faith. It is very serious, but do not allow a doctor or a nurse to tell you to pull the plug on your child because they think that you know what's the word I'm looking for, that they think that your child has can't do no more. Your child would tell you, I had enough, mom or dad, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they begged me to pull the plug on my daughter, and I never wanted to be a what if mom. What if I didn't do this? What if this nurse doctors asked me, do you want to go in the room and hold your daughter for the one last time? I said no. She's not cold and red. She's not doing it. None of that. She's still peeing. Her brain is telling her to do them things. So something is working. We gonna get through this. So what I'm saying is, continue praying and having faith. Doctors and nurses, they are not God. And good luck.
Yeah. That's great. Okay. Fine. Well, I think that's it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining me and telling us your story. We really appreciate it, and we hope to get the word out to give other people the community and the voice that they need to get their stories out there.